Good morning, afternoon, and or evening. My name is Derek, Professor Silly Gaming, and it's Friday, which means it's Fallout. I've got my character pulled up here. I have been leveling him up a little bit, collecting items for my build here at Taffington Boathouse. My nondescript, subtle, stay away from the lone wanderers stuff build. Still got the bones in place. I took the physics off the bones. It's subtle. There's that bone and there's other bones. I got more bones to put out here, including a spine. I'll put the spine probably on the hood of the car as well. Because I just want anybody walking along this road to think like, ooh, yeah, this looks like a dangerous area. I should move along. I may put some more bones up on here. So things let people think like, oh, bones, I should find a place to go. And then I did put a mine in here too. Yeah, there's a mine in there. Not under that bush. But if I put a big old spine along in here, then people might not even get that far. And then, oh my gosh, shoot. It's not a real person. Right, so Taffington Boathouse. It has been coming along. Mostly, the main thing I really want to do here, before I consider it finished, is replace all of these little generators, medium and small generators, with a much more quiet fusion generator. But I need to level up to do that. Oh, I need to heal too. Let's go sleep for an hour. That'll take care of that. Excuse me. Get that coughing out of my system. Right, so we've made some progress up here. Oh, the body is back. Mary Sutton. She keeps returning. Respawning. I can actually make a grave. But I can't put her in the grave. So I'm just going to walk her over here and then just kind of deposit her in the brush. Not in the lake. That seems disrespectful. And we'll just imagine that we're giving her a proper burial. There we go. Right. Cluttering up my home base. Can't get rid of the blood stains either. They're rather permanent. As we can see, the blue paint and the aluminum canister fell into, as did the camera. Sunk into stuff. I think if I... Nope. Options. Position. Just nudge them back up. That's gonna be better than trying to pick them up, put them back down, and I've already got the physics turned off on them. Everything over here looks fine. Nope, the ashtray has fallen into the go. That's a little better. maybe another little... That was good. All right. I have collected more stuff. And I would like to put some of the stuff in here. So, I've already got a gas mask, which is great. But I also collected a hazmat suit. But... I'm inclined actually to put the hazmat suit in here. And the undershirt and jeans. Yeah. I like to have things in all containers so that when I'm doing my tour, I'm looking around, it's showing stuff. Oh, okay. That's what the Covenant security trunk does. Security armor and whatnot. I mean, I can sell all that stuff, so I don't hate on it. That needs some stuff in it. That's already good. I think, do I have folders? I probably have folders. Yeah, I've got 3 folders. Let's put everything else into here as well. All of my junk. Still would like to find a non-clean pillow to put on the bed. I believe I was looking for that last time, and I did not find one. Are there folders in here? There are. Grab all those. Put them all into here. I don't know if the coffee cup should be in there, but ideally I would like there to be like 100 folders so that it looks correct. You can also put some stuff in the desk. The safe is still secured. I probably should put something in the corner to kind of hide the electrical wire that I got going right there. Still got some stuff I should probably do out here. I mean, it's looking a little bit like a decent living room. Kind of sit and read by the light of the window type thing. Definitely more comfortable than in here. I mean, this is a couch. Doesn't feel like it's really that great for reading at all times of the day because of the lack of light, but early morning, there'll be light coming through there because that's east. And then at night, well, getting ready for bed at night. Just want to remind myself of all of what I did. Oh, I want to replace that. So let's get rid of the teddy bear. And we got a Jangles the Moon Monkey to put in its place. I'll start going through here. There's not too much left to build. Mostly at this point, it's just decorating, which ends up taking more time in the long run than actually building. Getting him to fit exactly the way I want is going to be a little problematic, huh? I can rotate him, but he's got some physics. Once I do get him into place, once I do get him into place, I can lock him, and then he won't move. Well, let's call that good. All right. He's frozen. Okay, this shouldn't be open. But it is. All right. Wouldn't mind putting up another shelf in here, perhaps. Or maybe just like a little mini shelf might be good. Nope, nope, nope. Got to be under USO integrated to be getting all of this stuff. That's right. Metal's fine if there's one that'll fit in there. Not sure there is. Well, if I pull this out a little bit. Yeah, that works. Does it have a surface on top? It does. Cool, I can put some stuff on there then. All right. If I'm going to just be placing items, then I should just start pulling items out of here. Aluminum cans. Probably stand to put a couple more aluminum cans in there. Let's do 2 for now. Garbage can is locked in place, so it's not going anywhere, but everything inside of it can just be free. I got another garbage can in here. And then maybe put a 1 or 2 on the shelf, I think. That sounds good. Okay, I'm gonna use this to set them upright. Just to kind of help the placement a little bit. And then maybe I'll spin this one just a little bit so they're not facing the same way. And then let's lock them. Okay. As far as the other 4, just stand to have some clutters in general. Just drop them both right in there, and then maybe the other one over here. Okay. And I can't kick it. It's just there. That's good. Alright. I don't really need to have the teddy bear. Alright, antique globe. I've already got an antique globe. Over there. We don't need another one. At some point, it might not be bad to go sell. I got some extra guns and stuff in my possession. I've already put an ashtray. I don't really need the baby rattle. Don't really need the bandage scissors. I've already placed a baseball glove. just going to grab all of that. Up here's fine. And I'm just going to scrap it all. Actually, no, I could do it. Might as well do it this way. Doing that just partly just to slightly reduce my build meter. I could download a mod that would just take care of that for me, but doing it this way works just as fine for me at this point. I'm not looking to build this thing too crazy complex. Okay, blast radius game. I was kind of hoping to position the chessboard and then put some caps on there, but I can't just drop caps, so I can't really do that. So I'm going to stack some games on here. If I can get another one to put on top of there, that'd be nice. He's a lone wanderer, but maybe he plays single player versions of games. Oh, the globe. Oh, it's because, yeah, I dropped it. That's right. It just fell over here. Anything else to scrap? No, looks like it's it. Okay. What else we got? Beer bottles. Now, I've already put some beer bottles in the garbage can. I could put some more. I've already got a beer bottle there, on there. I want to keep filling this garbage can up until it is pretty much full. But I want to keep changing what I'm putting in there so that it's not just all of one thing, all in one level, one layer. Alright, I think it's another situation where I can just kind of drop bottles and kind of push them off to the side. Maybe wait for it to stop. There we go. Wait for it to stop teetering before I make it static. Might as well put both of those over here. Okay, excellent. And what does that leave? That leaves more beer bottles. I don't want to mess with that too much. But this could be sitting up on top of here. Oh, that looks a little strange. Let's see if I can place it up on top of the barrel. Yeah. I suppose I can put one inside the cinder block. No, no, that just floats right on top of there, huh? Okay, well. We'll just stash it back there. I just want this to look as cluttered as possible. That's really my goal. Okay. Excellent. All right, what next? I'm just going to go through this whole list of stuff. Some of it I'm going to break down, some of them I'm going to place. We got a whole bunch of broken stuff. I think one of these broken guns... Do I want that there? Yeah, sure. Okay, the other ones I'm just going to scrap. I was just, before I started the stream, I was finishing up the beginning of the railroad stuff only because I wanted the Deliverer as a weapon for this character when I'm leveling up in between streams. And so I did just enough of that quest to get my hands on that gun. Because I got that, I also got Wastelander's Friend, and they're both good for different reasons. This one's stealth, this one tags things. So got them both hotkeyed. And then I started doing the new creation, what's it called? The bounty hunting stuff, which that wants me to go kill Skinner down there. He is a legendary. I figured I'd approach it from the other side. I wanted to deliver for that. I don't actually want that activated though. All right. I got some more broken guns. I think I already put a broken gun on the weapons bench. Yeah, but I could use another. Yeah. I'd like that to be flatter. Nope. Nope. Or maybe put it back here. I'd rather it not be sitting up like that. Oh, that's in a weird spot. Oh, it won't sit on top there, huh? No, it falls right through. Well, I'm sure I like that. Not like that. All right. Fine. Doesn't need to be... Oh, you know where I could put it? You know where I could put it? We could put them on here. Ooh, that can go underneath. Yeah, that seems like a good idea to me. And this one, I'll put on the same level as that other one. Just want to spin it. There we go. There we go. Okay. I got a broken light bulb. And a bowl. Okay, broken light bulb can go in the trash. The bowl. There's probably room on my counter space for another bowl. This is why I love having everything locked in place, because I can like not be pushing everything around when I'm placing something new. It makes a big difference. Much as I love the challenge of building without mods, the convenience of being able to lock... Oh, that's fallen into the surface quite a ways. Unevenly, though. Let's see if I can, that's what it should look like. Just pop it like that, and then I need to pick something else. Yeah. Then I can just make sure it's locked. Anything else fall? Oh yeah, the hot plate fell into the surface a little bit. Oh, so did the cake pan. So did the extinguisher. Ah. Oh, and so did the garbage can. Damn it. That's what I get for leaving and going and leveling stuff up. I'm going to leave all that. I can fix all of it later. And a final go through. That would be better than trying to just nitpick with all that stuff right now. Alright, what next? I've already got a broom. What I really need downstairs is a mop. Okay, you know what I could really use? Because I have a cigar box and ashtray over here, but I could really just use... There'll be some amount of irony of having a weight bench and... Nope, don't need that. And a cigarette machine side by side. Where are the cigarette machines? They must be under decorations. No. A decorative vending machine? It is a decorative vending machine. Alright, so yeah, the irony of having the cigarette machine next to the weightlifting bench. And then I can just put all of those right in there. Just like that. Okay, what else? Oh, hello, stranger. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, I have a broom downstairs, right? Next to the pail that's sunk in? I do. I suppose you could theoretically have an indoor and an outdoor broom. Blue paint goes over there and yellow paint goes over here. Not sure how I feel about that. Let's move the yellow paint. If I can get those close enough, I could start stacking them. make a pyramid of paint. I'm gonna try it. Oh, no, that's pushing. Spin that handle around. Yeah. All right, then a broom can go over here, outdoor broom. Sorry if this seems tedious. It is. It is, in fact, a very tedious process. But it makes such a huge difference on making something look lived in versus something just kind of thrown together. That works for me. Got a bunch of burnt stuff. Got a clean drinking glass as well. I like that the sink came with coffee mugs already in there. We'll just put this somewhere. And yes, I know it's upside down. That's so he doesn't collect dust. That's on purpose. As far as everything else, do that, and then I think the rest of this, there's these garbage cans over here. I got the lid on one. I should put something big in there first. Do those all just go in? Oh, nice. If I get something nice and big in there to begin with, that'll help take up some space. Let's see. I like a desk fan. I don't need two. Flight data recorder, sure. And maybe a back leg. These are big, bulky things. I almost want to put that in that room right over there. This junk room. Yeah. Yeah, it takes up some space. Wouldn't mind doing the same thing with the other one. Put something nice and big in there, so that when you look in, you actually see some garbage. That'd make my brain happy. That's one way to fill up the build meter. Nope, don't know where that one went. Some small stuff. Oh, went behind. I'm okay with that, actually. Sometimes you miss the garbage can. All right, that's starting to work. It's kind of better, probably better than scrapping every single thing. All right, I don't need 8 more coffee mugs. I've already got a coffee pot. The copper and the crystal. I think I'll actually just put that into the... Yeah. All right, the pillow might be too big. It's awfully clean. All right, I'm just going to move this up. And then I'll move it back down later. Move it up far enough that I can slip some things into this garbage can. All right, I'm going to put that in there. Missed. Missed. Yeah. Oh, the pillow is awfully bright. If I can't cover that up with other stuff, I might just pull that back out because it looks weird in there. What else? Let's just sort by weight, huh? Yes. Yes. All right, I'd love to put the typewriter somewhere on this desk. I don't want to get rid of the computer. I could move the pencil over. Let's see if I can squeeze the typewriter in right there. Yeah. It totally fits right there. Can I nudge it? Yep, I can. Excellent. Clutter, clutter, clutter. Clutter, clutter, clutter. All right, we only need one typewriter. So the other typewriters are going to the garbage. Hey, that covers up the pillow. I might want to actually spin that around a little bit. Oh, it fell in deeper. There we go. Hey, okay. Okay, this might not work, but okay, it did. And then we restatic it, and it's being held up by the desk fan. which I'm going to lock also. I like that. All right, that looks good to my eyes. I probably shouldn't use another fan in here, though, then. Oh, there's another circuitry back in there. I don't know if I can even get to it. Oh, microscope, actually. Actually, that should go in the clutter room. Empty paint can, though. Maybe a couple empty paint cans. Uh-huh. Empty coolant. Uh-huh. Oh, that's starting to look pretty good to my eyes. Oh, things fell. I'm going to lock that because I like the way it's kind of teetering on the edge. There we go. What else? Depends on how clean it is. Keep going. I can't tell. It is getting dark though, so let's make it daytime. That's not where the bed is anymore. I moved the bed over here. Yep. December 1st. It hasn't been that long with this character. It said the character's only level 17. I did put a single paint can up here. Oh, might as well grab that while I'm here. Okay, what else do I have in my junk? A bunch of coffee cups. I've got plenty of coffee cups. Oh yeah, that other coffee cup went in there. These just fill up some gaps in there. None of them... Oh, gosh. I was not a basketball player, clearly. And I'm kind of okay with the other one being back, kind of back in there. Yeah, I don't know if I actually like that right there. Ooh, I like that less. Oh, the cigar didn't go in. Let's just kind of shove that back in there. We'll make a little pile of clutter that didn't quite make it into the garbage can. There we go. Yeah, get that one too. There, now they can't be kicked. Okay. In fact, make a little pile of stuff around the garbage cans as well. That would be good. That one's probably getting pretty close to being full enough. That said, I have got at least a couple things that I feel could kind of thrown in here. It's kind of on top. Everything else in here is built. So now just putting clutter on top of it will make it look like... I want to make it look like a hoarder was putting stuff back in there. It's getting pretty close to how tall I want it, though. Make sure that's static. Yeah. I love there's a bomb hidden in there. Okay. What else have I got? The other desk fan, the other microscope, and office fans. I'm just going to scrap those. I could sell them. But meh. This helps to bring the budget bar down ever so slightly. Oh, 6 telephones too. Okay, I feel like this is plenty of paint cans. Balance out on top of the blue ones would be good. Yeah. Okay, the other paint can I'm just going to scrap. And then the telephones, I feel like I could probably put one down between the garbage cans. Or in here, actually. Not even going to think about it, just going to... Oh, we could put more than one then, if it's going to fall over to the floor. There we go. And then I'll scrap the other ones. I suppose I could be putting them... Actually, instead of scrapping them, I probably could and should take them to a different location for decorating. I did get a good start on the drive-in, but didn't finish it. What else we got? The pencil I just picked up from the desk. I have to reposition that. Right in front of the computer. Yeah. Then we'll scrap these. Okay. All right. Keep going through this steamer trunk. Again, I'm gonna sort by weight. That way we're moving like the biggest stuff first. Home plate. I've already got a hot plate downstairs. That's good decoration. I don't need 2 jangles. Power cables, yeah. Bathroom. bathroom. I have an idea for a bathroom. It may not be the best idea for a bathroom ever. Where do I want to do the bathroom at? Obviously, I can't do it here because of the trap. I could... slip it right here. And towards that end, I could scrap those cinder blocks. I believe I have the ability to make more cinder blocks. But let's double check that before I do anything drastic. Yeah. Yeah, I can make cinder blocks. So I could scrap this, and then I could put a smaller one right there, and then just move it better into position, maybe. Like that. And leave just enough of a gap here. Okay, I don't know if this is going to work. In fact, because I don't know it's going to work, I'm going to quick save before I do this. Here's the plan. If we go under traps, so defense, traps, and then this guy, I'm going to need to build it somewhere else and then move it. Spin it. Okay. It's not underwater. It is kind of floating. Okay. Building on top of this, I learned this during the zombie build, that building on top of these is actually tricky. But I got the place anywhere, so I can probably make it work. Now, if I go to barn, we've got outhouse options. And what I really want is this guy. But I can't build it on there. But I can build it right there. Then I should be able to move it. Okay. See what I'm doing? See what I'm thinking? I feel like it's... Oh, I'm outside the building area. That's fine. Actually, I think I want that the other side. Oh, it's doing some weird physics stuff. Yeah, see? Now, the only problem with this is you're kind of out in the open. But it just goes straight into the lake, into the irradiated lake. You know, which... So maybe I put some walls around it, just little mini walls. Which probably railings might just be the best bet. Oh, it's willing to snap. Oh, well, that's convenient. Yes, please. Not that one, though. That's okay. Oh, and then trick it. I feel like on the other side, it needs a little bit more protection. So let's look under metal, huh? And rusty. I don't really want that to snap. I'd much prefer if I could get it to like be down like that actually, or maybe like 3/4. So let's. I mean, if it wants to snap, that's fine. And then we'll just. Move it down like that. No. Let's see how much I can get it before it. Yeah, like that. Bathroom. Okay, I'm entirely way too pleased with myself with this setup. Only go poo at night. I think that's the rule. Only go poo at night so nobody can see. But otherwise, I think anybody would really be able to climb up on that very easily. And if you realize you're swimming in the water up to this place, if you don't get gotten by the trap, well then you're swimming in my character's poop. So you deserve whatever you get. Cool. Oh, and plunger. You don't need a plunger. There's no plunger needed because it just goes straight into the wick. That said, it could probably use a little step. Just for, you know, convenience. So grab these guys. And then where's it trying to go? Where's it trying to go? If I move I could move out there, but then I think I'm going to leave the build zone. Let's try it. I really just want this just to be. Oh, it wants to. I see it. It's wanting to try to snap to the thing. Well, I'm able to make this work. Hold on. Come out here to something relatively flat. Let's get this guy. This guy won't sink, right? Right. So here's the plan. I can sink it here, but I don't want to sink it here. I want to sink the stairs. Oh. The stairs do not want to sink even there. What over here? Can I sink him here? No. Well, that's unfortunate. I can sink this. Not very far. Okay. Let's see if I can come up with another plan. I might need to be tricky. Oh, hello. The best turrets used for defense. Well, generally speaking, the problem with rockets is that they can take out your settlers. Now, in my case, I'm not using settlers, so rockets would be best. But if you have settlers, the rockets should be avoided. So heavy lasers, I think, are my general preference. They do require energy, but that's not necessarily the worst thing in the world. Can I snap this to that and have it sink down? Yes. Yes, I can. And then can I sink the whole damn thing? No. Nope, that's as far as to go. But if I get rid of this now, that won't pop up. Alright, let's see how this looks. That might be too high. Let's save before I do this. Yeah, I typically use heavy lasers in most of my places. When I can. Lasers before I can build them, and then heavy lasers once I can. Nope. That is saying absolutely not. Okay, alternatively. I'm not done trying to get stairs on my poop trap, which I'm now calling it. I can rebuild that, but getting it in there is going to be kind of tricky. So let's just kind of move this out of the way temporarily. And let's see if I can build a little quarter floor. Oh, it's going to be... If I don't like it, I want to be able to just bring those cinder blocks back. There we go. There we go. Just need that to pop down right about there. Need to pull it back ever so slightly. Now, I mean, it doesn't leave a lot of foot room, but, I mean, if you're doing like the tushy thing, I can move this back just a little bit. Like that. And then I can get rid of this. Ooh, maybe I don't want to, though. Okay. And then move this back. Radstorm. Oh, you son of a bitch. Come here. Drop down. Alright, I don't like that I lost the gap there, but that's alright, or I gained a gap. Yeah, so this, before I go try to sleep through the Radstorm, this, I almost always use turrets. I almost never use traps, so setting up a trap, that was something I really wanted to do this time around, just to do things a little bit differently. I'm trying to have this not look like a settlement from, like, the road. I'm trying to make it look like that nobody lives here, or that there's nothing of interest. If I could hide the turrets and have like the turrets like pop up, that'd be one thing. But yeah, turrets for this build, turrets would just make it obvious that there's something of interest, which is why I'm not using them. Kadoop. Alright, I'm entirely way too entertained by the poop trapdoor. That was something that came to me a few days ago, or like a week ago, ago. Like between the last stream and this stream, I was like, wait a minute, I could do that. Oh, I definitely have other stuff to place before I get too far into anything else. But rum bottle, spine, tibia. Might as well grab those. Alright, while I'm thinking about them, I want the spine on the roof of this car. No, you don't. You need to go right up here. Yep. And then the tibia, just nice random blood stain that never goes away. Put the tibia right over here. I want it to be a little more obvious. There we go. Never mind that there's a landmine. And a landmine over here too, isn't there? Yeah, frag mine right there and a frag mine right here. You definitely have a lot more clutter and garbage along in here, though. Alright, dinner plate. I mean, I could put a dinner plate out for Jangles, too, right? The lone wanderer here is maybe a little bit insane. Just a little bit. Maybe not 100% all there. Ooh. You know what this area could use? It could use a toolkit, a tool chest. That'd be under containers. Nope. Well. Nope. Nope. Well, that's weird. Where would it be then? It's not. I don't want workbench storage. I'm looking at the photos aren't coming up, so I'm looking in the at the right of the title of each one. Is it considered decoration? Oh wait, it might be. It's not under miscellaneous. Is it decoration? Under maybe it's under garage. No. Where the hell? All right, well, if it's not under USO, is it under just the regular furniture? Oh, see, like it should be under here, yeah? Weird. Well, I would like to have a tool chest. We need our desks. That makes no sense. Dressers, file cabinets. Oh, right there. Here's a large one. That's the one I want right there. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, it was under containers. I could go with a different color, though. Yeah, let's go with the rusty blue. That takes up some space on the shelf, and there's room in front of it for some stuff that didn't get put away completely. Okay. So yeah, hacksaw. That's why I thought of that, because the hacksaw should go in there. I won't put power cables on the shelf. How big are they? Oh, not too big. Go behind the circuitry, maybe? Yeah. There we go. Whew. Every part of my brain is saying put lights up, but no. We're not putting lights up. And then, yeah, maybe some more power cables down here, just underneath. Kind of want that to be a little further back. That'll work. Okay. A lot of this other stuff I just want to probably scrap. The trifold American flag could go somewhere. I feel like that should probably go upstairs. Oh, maybe this, I was thinking wondering what should go on top of the safe, but no. This is going to go into one of the shelves. It won't fit on there, but it'll fit on here. Yeah, leaning against the wall is good. Oh, no. I want to scrap these. And then where'd the pumpkin go? Oh, no, the jangles. Pumpkin I didn't put down because I'm going to throw the pumpkin into this hoarder's room. Maybe the home plate too. Maybe the hacksaw too. Maybe all of this stuff actually is going to get thrown into the hoarder's room. Hopefully none of that went into the water. Except the rum bottle. The rum bottle is going to be out here somewhere. Well, that's ironic. You know you're getting full when it just tumbles out. I don't know if I like that. I like that less. There we go. Yeah, the rum bottle can go in there too. Why not? Perfect. Yeah. This is starting to please my eye a bit. Okay. It's getting... Oh, it's so... I'm like, why is it so green over here? Because of the brain fungus growing on the wall. That can't be healthy. All right. Now, I'm not sure how much more of this stuff really I want to have put out. All right, let's soda cup. Resort. Ooh, yeah. Other things that could go on the shelves downstairs with all the benches. Kind of what I'm looking at now. I have a thought. There's an idea in my brain. Okay. I'm not done with the poop trap yet. We need a little container. Preferably waterproof. Like a cooler. Yes. Okay, let's build this. And then we're going to place it alongside the seating area. I want it to look like it's sitting on there, so like that. Then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put paper products in here for wiping. Yeah! Specifically, pre-war money. Because what else is pre-war money good for but a little bit of booty wiping. So we're going to put all that in there. And then maybe the rolled bugle and then some scraps. Perfect. Plenty of basically tissue paper. I am thrilled with that. Okay. What else did I grab? Oh. I don't have a lot of tools. I want some more... Oops. I want some over here. I want some more tools to put into this toolbox. This is all stuff I want to kind of put on the bench or on the shelf. Let's just actually, oh, you just let me just put that there? All right. Not right there though. Not below it though. It's all right. That one's gonna not want to work. That's all right. As long as I get it mostly into position, and at least standing up, I can fine tune it, and then I can just place it. And then lock it. And let's lock everything else too. Because I don't want anything knocking everything all over the place. Yeah, I need a couple more things to put along the top there. I need some food stuff to put up on here, besides the pork and beans, I've already got stuff in there. Yeah, I was thinking about, speaking of turrets, I was thinking about, I still haven't figured out what I want to do with this conduit switch, which I want to have it be like a panic switch. I mean, I suppose I could hide turrets in like a hedge. How much of this did I place? None of that stuff. Just that one there and this one here. But none of these were ones that I actually placed manually. So I could, in theory, place an actual hedge there. I want it to look dead, though. That's really tall. That's better. Alright, it's getting dark enough that I should probably make it... Oh, no, we're doing the lighting thing. The only way to really deal with the lighting thing is to do a hard reset on the Xbox. And I don't think I don't remember if I did that. I think I did after last stream. I was getting the same lighting issue where things are getting like super bright, super dark. Like super dark then regular, super dark then regular. It's annoying. I think the servers are down for getting different new creations. At least last I looked it was, because I was gonna, yeah, I was gonna write down or list out what I'm using in the description of the stream, but I can't actually access it. If it gets really annoying, maybe I'll just switch over to Fallout 76 for the remainder of my streaming time. I have some things I would do, but what I was thinking was if I put like a hedge somewhere, I could hide laser turrets in the hedge and then attach them to that switch. So like if the place was under like siege, I could flip the switch and then all the laser turrets would turn on. But they wouldn't just turn on randomly if like a random like mole rat was going by. Not sure if I can really make random hedges look right. And the build goes as far as here. It's a pretty decent distance over here. When I have made like a water purification farm, it's been over here in this part of the water. Or I've also tried making a swimming pool at one point over there. But that kind of goes against the nature of what this build is. Probably just go ahead and scrap that. Now that I'm in decoration mode. Yeah, worst case, I'll just get rid of this if I can't find a purpose for it. Food stuff. Oh, toothpaste. I was going to put toothpaste by the sink. There's a decent chance it's going to sink. Well, the soap didn't sink in. Want that turned. Yeah. Yeah, that soap didn't sink. And that soap didn't sink. Right, food stuff. I'm not opposed to having a second level either, but the whole idea is you put the first one down and then place another shelf, build another shelf above it. Really? Are they all gonna be like that? Ooh, what's the issue here? Do that and then will it work? No. That's crazy. All right, I guess I'm manually placing it all. It's a little annoying. I'm going to lock each one after I place it, because I don't want to have to deal with bumping it. Get them nice and close together as well. Okay, pork and beans. There's another pork and beans. I do want it organized, after all. Oh, come on now. Don't be like that. There we go. And then just push it over. Okay. Oh, this is tedious stuff right here. But again, it's the sort of thing that really makes it look like somebody actually is utilizing the space. These I'm going to stack. Stack this one up on top. You son of a bitch. Not sure I locked that second box. Let's do it now. Alright. Salisbury steak. I feel like these should be flat. Or maybe like one flat and then one on top of it. My very first job was counting inventory in grocery stores. But I didn't work for the grocery stores. I worked for a different company that the grocery stores would hire to come in and count their inventory. And so this is before UPC codes, because I'm old. So literally we'd have like a special calculator and little cards that we would use, and then we'd start in one part of the aisle and count for a little bit and then place a card, and then count for a little bit and then place a card, And that way, if something was wrong, we'd be able to figure out, it would be between this card and this card is where the mistake was, and we could go back and recount. Yeah, that job sucked. I hated that job. I was young too, but I remember the conspiracy at the time was UPC codes were going to be used to like control the world and usher in the apocalypse or something like that. But here we are in a world where UPC codes are pretty common and useful. All right, now that I got this shelf, I could make a second shelf. Not cafe. Shelves. Metal. No? Wall. Wall shelves, that's what they are. And see this one, I mean, it didn't matter because it didn't let me do it anyway, but now I can place this just right above and then place more stuff on that shelf. Not that it was letting me put stuff on this shelf in the first place. I had to hand place everything, but still. And this is where the booze should go. I don't have a lot of booze. And maybe the lemonade. If you have lemonade and then you have booze, you can combine the two. Weird. And now, okay, there we go. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to work. Come on. Oh, this one doesn't want to. All right, we'll just set them up and then move them up manually. Oh, shit. Because really, like lemonade, I mean, if you want a fast way to make a whiskey sour is basically whiskey, lemon juice, simple syrup, and then optionally egg white, and then maybe like a couple little dashes of bitters just on the very, very top. So you could theoretically make a cheap and dirty whiskey sour with just whiskey and lemonade, because lemonade is the lemon juice and the sugar pre-mixed. Not sure if the portions would be all, it might be a little too sweet. But I'm just saying you could do that. In a Fallout universe, you could take this whiskey and this Deezer's lemonade and make yourself a nice little whiskey sour. Or with lemonade and vodka and make like a lemon drop type situation. All right, we need to find some more booze for that shelf. That's fine. I already got flowers on the table. This is starting to feel like a nicely stocked kitchen area. Got some meat in the refrigerator. Got plates, no forks. Need at least a fork. Not necessarily any spoons or knives. All right. The rest of this stuff, I mean, maybe you have some rat poison around. Okay, we have table knives, but no table forks. Tablespoons. All right, let's just go. I'm going to grab some stuff that I can just use for pure clutter. Pure clutter, paintbrush, and then I'm going to take the rest of this stuff to a different location. Okay, paintbrush. That's sitting right on top of this guy. Yep. Oop. Okay. What else did I grab? Rat poison. I mean, ideally, you wouldn't want the rat poison too close to the food, but I'll put the rat poison over here. Not too close to the food, but, you know, just over here that I could, like, put it in a bowl or someplace. At least until I can get a cat. I mean, having a cat here would be great. How far away am I from making that happen? That's a legitimate good question. That would be under... Oh, I think I could just make a cat. What do I need to make a cat? I don't need to, like, do the whole, like, make a trap thing. Oh, I could get chickens? Wow. Chickens would definitely not be keeping this place on the down low. Pet ant? Pet ant swarm? There we go. Soft shell mirelurks, and I can just have a cat. And it would make me happier. Well, having a wolf would I think be better protection. Okay. So I need to get some soft shell mirelurk. The rest of this stuff, okay, the relay coils I want to put on the shelf over here. Actually, the relay coils can go into the toolbox. And then the cups and bottles I'm just gonna kind of toss around. I like to kind of like hide the pressure plate, but doing that actually makes it activate. Okay. I'm going to grab the rest of the stuff in this container and move it to another location. As far as where I'm moving it to... Oh, I got to level up. Of course, the thing I really want is science. And I can take science too now. Excellent. What I really need, I think I need Science 3 to make what I want to make. So another 11 level ups to make the generator that I want. Alright, I can't only show my place, but Starlight Drive is probably got the next most amount of work done. Other than Red Rocket. Red Rocket's pretty close to being done. I haven't been back here for a bit, so I don't remember how far along I was building this structure up here. I got all this stuff closed in, with at least one good place to lean down and shoot out of. Hadn't figured out what I want to do in here other than, oh yeah, I put a table and a turret in here in case anybody tried to break in. That's right. But I wanted to make this into the living structure, and this is about as far as I got with it. I was trying to get a wall along in here, and I was having nothing but problems getting that to work. And so I gave up and moved someplace else. And I got the bed, right, with the suitcase and the alarm. This is as good a place as any to put all of the junk. So I was going to put all this stuff in here. Start building up a store for decoration or a stuff that I can start using to clutter this place up when it comes time. Otherwise, normally I'd scrap everything, but I'm currently in a state of mind where I don't want us to scrap everything. I want to leave as much as possible so that things look lore friendly and etc. Normally, if I'm building here, I'd start by clearing everything out, and then I'd like build a water purifier in there, and then build out from there. But the whole point of this character is he doesn't want to be bothered. He doesn't want people, settlers or raiders, to know that he is here doing stuff. If you look at my channel, like I've built here a few different times. I built a kind of a city or a little village building around a water purifier. I also did a zombie build that was all built off of the screen up there. I think that's about it. I think those are the two big ones I've done, or two, at least the two I can think of. And then while I'm just in the thinking about it, I did build at Red Rocket a bit. That one I felt was pretty close to being done. I should probably make a video, like a little tour video of it. I secured the windows, big open windows. I secured this entryway by placing a cabinet, a heavy cabinet in the way. Little bathroom. I sealed off this door. So this is the only way in. Got the turret right there. Workshop. And then sleeping area. And then I was in the process of placing all these food stuff, but I wasn't locking stuff in like I currently am doing. I'm going to do that real quick while I'm here. Just so I don't have to redo all of this stuff. Nope. Same here. I don't think I had this place anywhere mod activated when I was building here. Yet. But now I do, so I'm going to use it. Garbage can, though. I'm a big fan of the garbage can. Nope. Forgot I could do that. Just lock everything into position. Oh, that lighting effect. So annoying. Vodka bottle fell through. Some of this stuff is placed with the USO, and some of it is not. So if I can't interact with it, that means it's USO. So the key and the gas mask. Bandage scissors, I remember putting those there. Alright, that makes this a little bit less like me to just start kicking stuff around. But yeah, ooh. Yeah, I kind of want to lock all those into place too, though. I do like putting mods underneath the table. It just makes it look, I think, more utilized. All right. Well, I kind of need, if I'm going to do any more work at Taffington Boathouse, I kind of need more stuff. This is a building stream, though, not a running out and getting items stream. That said, let's go back. There might be some stuff I can do with USO that doesn't involve me running around looting places. Specifically, clothing. So let's head upstairs and see if... Got the gas mask that I placed, but... Like on this shelf right here... Under decorations, clutter. Yes. Clothing and armor. And then Commonwealth. See, some of these are kind of large, and I have to be able to place them where I want to keep them because I can't move them. It's not like regular clothing. so I can't put them like inside, like the bottom shelf or the second shelf. This can only go on the top. And same with like this. Like I can't, well, maybe. Let's see which one I want to use first. I like you can just kind of stack them. Let's see if I can place anywhere to get it sort of where I want it. No, I don't like that. And I can't interact with it to move it up. So no, that doesn't work. Let's see if I can, if this one will work better. Yeah, actually that one works way better. That looks fine. Although I kind of want to move it a little further up. I can put that on top of it now. Kinda. Yeah, I can. That's working. And there's also headgear. Putting like a hat on top of that. Or a battered fedora. Even better. Let's turn it though. And then just... Now we're talking. Alright, that's one of the shelf spaces. A lot more shelves to use though. And most of it, like, I can't do... Well, no. I don't think it's going to let me do that on these other shelves. Plus I don't want to put clothes on every single shelf. Like, maybe like... Put an army helmet somewhere. Let's just test it. I didn't want to close that. Yeah, that automatically goes to the top. Although, next to the flag, that's not necessarily a bad idea. Rah, rah, and all that. So yeah, that's only going to get me so far. Let's see what other clutter I have besides clothes. I don't think there's a lot of choices besides clothes. There's clothing and armor, unlocks, and desk pictures, yeah. Not a huge amount of stuff. Under themes, there's a bunch of stuff, but... Barbecue... Kind of already looked at the fishing stuff, I'm pretty sure. 'Cause that's where I got that stuff, and I already placed some of that stuff. Oyster bucket. Not sure what the deal is with that, why there's two. Seems a little weird. Okay. Alright, so yeah. I feel like this area over here could use something a little bit more. I'm not sure what to do with it, though, yet. Could use something in this corner. Itch my ear. This space is coming along pretty well. Haven't figured out what I want to do exactly with this little spot over here. There was a cooking station here, but I removed it. I thought about putting like a flamethrower here as like a trap. I mean, this would be a place to put like a turret or something and have it be part of the panic switch. Although that's such a rare situation with in the kitchen there's a siege. Oh, the jangles fell through. Darn it. I don't suppose. Hold on. I might gonna make it look like he's sitting here. Okay, I need to select something else to... Kind of want to come back on the chair. So move backwards. Yes. I think I can even... I mean, I kind of need to move him back so he looks like he's propped against the back of the chair, which does make his legs clip through. I could move the chair forward now, though. Except that I need to move him forward now, too. That's fine. I can do that. I don't know if he's going to stay here, but worth a shot. Oh, son of a bitch. And now everything's ruined. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. You're not going to want to get into there now at all, are you, Jangles? God damn it, Jangles. This is why nobody likes you. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. I mean, I'll take it. Let's just lock them into place, and then we'll see what happens. Damn. All right. I like that it looks, other than like the window being covered up, it almost looks like I haven't done anything to it, which is kind of what I'm going for. Close this. You know, there's little subtle things like you can't throw grenades through those windows anymore. Certainly, if you come around, clearly stuff has been done back here. All right, well. How much space have I got on my laptop, on my battery? Plenty. All right, well. The whole finding scrap and leveling up is stuff I'm going to do between streams. So let's just come back to Starlight Drive-In and let's see if now that I have Place Anywhere, if I can make these walls work up here. So, USO, structures, wood, walls. Right, that's the problem, is that it wants to hop up. I want it lower. But what I could do, maybe, is with not walls, but planks. Okay, there's mostly these are like things for floors, which is great. But if I scroll over here far enough, there should be some vertical ones. These are all horizontal. No, they're all horizontal, but if I can find one that's thick enough and long enough, like that, then maybe I can just kind of place it up along the floor there. And fill in the gap. Don't fall off. Yep, just like that. And then just use the place anywhere, just kind of just ease it into place, and done. That was the thing I struggled for probably 40 minutes, 45 minutes when the last time I was over here working on this, trying to get that wall to work, and done. Presto. I wasn't using the place anywhere mod at that time. It can make a huge difference. Doors. Or maybe outer cap. Those are all really thick, really like wide. Whereas an outer cap, if I get one of those little like corner ones, like this, I could make it into a door. That said, it doesn't want to play nice. Ooh. I can get it just drop. To the ground. Ooh. To the ground. All the way to the ground. That's kind of in the way. I could get rid of it. Yeah, it just wants to raise up. I think partly because of this guy. I can replace these. I'm going to quick save anyway. Anytime I'm going to scrap something, I want to drop a save just in case I can't get it to work the way I want it to. Is that dog meat down there? Or is it some random dog? I've had dog meat come here? And not Sanctuary? Apparently so. Oh, I don't like that. That is facing the wrong direction. I mean, ideally it would be situated like that. Actually, oh, no, drop down. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. That's better. Okay. Alright, so pallets. So I need another one. The thing I did erased. I want to put a new one down. I need kind of a smallish one. I can just like tiny. I need tiny. I mean, I suppose it's not that big of a deal. It's just a little gap. Oh, I can't walk through there? Well, that's not. Oh, yeah, I can. Kinda. I can walk. Oh, yeah, okay. Barely. That's just barely enough room to fit through. Kind of want to fill in that little bit of a gap, you know? I mean, it almost looks like I could just put a couple pieces like that, and that mostly fills it in. Otherwise it wants to jump. Well, ooh. The rest of them are awfully big. Alright, but in terms, okay. So that actually makes me pretty happy. Need a little, one of those little mini walls that fits into these caps. And that's it. Are they under the outer caps? Maybe they're just all the way over. Nope. Well, I probably could have picked a better choice then. Alright, well, I can always just do something like this then. Yeah, that works for me. I can barely squeeze through there. It's getting to be kind of dark again, huh? Yep, this is why I have a bed. And, you know, a couple, 4 days of building. So I like using the mods that were the simple seasons. So like December, I could make it into like fall and then decide when I wanted to have it shift to winter. All right. Getting roofs to go in here could be problematic. But if it's gonna let me do one like that, I'm gonna call it a win. I kind of need to get up on top of here. And then I can just use like plank wood to finish it off. So I kind of need some stairs to get up there. Excellent. Okay. Yeah. Doesn't need to be watertight, just needs to mostly fill the gaps in and look like it's not floating. Yeah, like that. Already got one there. That's good. Alright, we can store that now that I'm up here. I doubt I can get another one into position easily without building on top of everything, which I'm not strictly opposed to. I'd rather just be down in there, though, you know? Down in that gap. It looks like that should fit almost perfectly well. If only because I don't want to have to build stairs to get back up here again. It seems like that should... I'm going to try from down here. Oh, there it went down. It popped back up. And will it be, well, okay. No, no. That's fine. That'd be the piece that would just seem to fit the best. But I'm not surprised that's not going to work. And I don't think anything else is going to really fit up here super well. Oh, no. Big yawn. Like, that's a little more subtle. Yeah, so none of those roofs are really going to work. And I'm just going to try other kinds of roofs just to be sure. If I get something to drop down in there halfway decently. And it looks like that almost wants to. It's dropping down in a way that I'm down to try to make it work with the place anywhere. Because it looks like it's situated on there, okay. It's situated just barely on the edge there. Definitely a gap there. But I think these are like particularly diagonal. I could just run them like shingles almost. Yeah, those really they are floor panels, to be fair. I can always get rid of this if I find something better. Oh, that'll just snap. to it with where it's at. But that sticks out way too far then. Same on that side. Must have got that angle just right to be able to do that, but I don't want that because I like the shape of this. It's all concrete. This stuff's all going to be, I think, way too clean. I mean, there are some pieces that have nice holes, but that's not going to play well with the metal. Nor does it want to get in there in a nice way. And it would stick out too far. Now, what I really need... planks and plywood really is the best bet. I hate to use this piece just over and over again, but I guess I got other colors I can use. It looks like it wants to be sort of where I want it. Eh. I want it underneath there. I want it between, like... yeah, like right there-ish. All right. I mean, it doesn't have to completely fill in all of the gaps. Although, if I could just squeeze some more pieces in here. Even like a flat... yeah, that's willing to snap to that other piece just fine, but I don't want it to snap to that piece. I want to snap to, like, this piece inside here. Oh, well. What I could do, maybe, is use some of these little quarter floors. Yeah. Just kind of sneak these in. Like that. To fill in these gaps a little bit. That's what I should have been doing all along. These I can just kind of roughly put in so they're connected in a few spots, and then it looks like they're actually connected. Yeah. This is what I should have been doing all along. No, this is what I should be doing right now. This is just... I need to put the other pieces in first, and now these are working out to fill in the gaps. I don't want it to cut through there, though. All right. It's probably good enough. So I like that this is kind of its own little table. And let's do lock these into place. Just so I don't send them flying. Or more important, or more likely that dog meat doesn't send them flying. So I can put a door in here right now. That said, I feel like having a little picnic bench out here wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. No, no, furniture. Seating. Benches. Yeah. I feel like that's the right one. Don't need to have too much out here. That's probably good enough. That said, having a railing along here, you know, OSHA, safety first and all that, that seems like a good idea. I always kind of like to start with the long one. Utilize this one a fair amount just because I like the look of it. Try to estimate the distance for a smaller one to fit in right there. That's too close. Since we're not snapping. Yeah, that's floating just a little bit. It won't snap to the other piece. Okay, well, you can be argumentative if you want. I'm just gonna get you in there, and as long as you're touching that wall and touching that one, it's okay if there's a little bit of gap at the bottom. I don't care about that. Too bad, so sad. All right. Let me just alternate them enough. I feel like that can be a slightly better place. Same thing. You don't want to get quite as close as I want you to. I'll make you get close enough. Oh, my app is telling me that I missed a meal. All right, that doesn't want to be low enough. That, yeah, same. Yeah, these all want to float. You know, that actually might be good enough. Let's get rid of that, and I think that's probably fine. Unless I can stretch one across. See, that one, that sinks in just fine. Let's see if I can estimate this the right... Yeah, that's gonna work. There we go. Little place to sit. I like it. All right, so I have a bed up here, and I closed off the windows and everything similarly. So this would be more of like, not necessarily a kitchen area, because the kitchen area is down here. I got the kitchen, this cooking stove, got a sink, etc. So that would make this more of a maybe like hang out and maybe work on stuff kind of a place. I actually kind of want to put another little wall in there, but not these. Actually, I can already changed my mind. Railing. Yeah, this little railing in here. I know I spent a lot of time putting those extra bit of wood in there, but that's okay. This way I can kind of peek out and shoot that direction. So yeah, since I've leveled up since I was last here, I can make workbenches in here. Weapon seems more important. I think in this case I want to use this guy. We can situate this one right up against this wall. Not like that the hose is clipping. It is floating. Okay, well, let's start with the glitch tools. Will any of these sink? No. We do have an invisible rug. And the great thing about the invisible rug is that it's invisible. I really want that to sit low enough. There we go. The rug should sit on the surface, which is lower. And that way they look like they're not floating above the thing nearly as bad. What are you doing over there, Mr. Coffee Cup? Let's put you over here, where you belong. Yeah. Still floating just a little bit. Though, part of maybe a way to, I don't know if this is going to let me do it. I might need to use multiple rugs to get this to work. But maybe it's become an older dude, but I like the idea of having the rubber flooring in front of a workbench. And that does look like I can basically get that in there well enough to just kind of fill in that gap just a little bit. Of course, now that is floating. So it fixed the one problem, but created another problem because the floor up here is not even. So that's a no-go. I'm just going to have to live with that leg. That one looks great right there, and all the ones back there look good. Just that little one, which you wouldn't really want with the workbench, because then you put your weight on top of this little crossbeam, and the whole thing tips potentially. Maybe with the weight of the gas canisters and whatnot, it might not. That said, and that it does look like it's bolted into the wall pretty well over here on this side. So maybe not. Maybe it's fine. All right. We could use a couch in here, huh? And maybe just a bigger rug in general. Yeah, that's gonna float. Yeah, this is so uneven. I feel like covering up the... Yeah, it's floating on this side. And on this side. Everywhere. Alright, no rugs. That's fine. Ooh, I am hungry too. Let's see. So we need furniture. And couches, yeah. And, I mean, the ceiling's not perfect, so the couch should look like it gets its fair amount of weather. That one's fine. I think this one's fine. That one's good. These are not. Yeah, I think that's a good choice. All right, what else did you do in here? Besides work on guns and sit for a spell. What else is there to do? In the wasteland, should have another chair. Casey wants to not sit on the couch and feel so lonely. Lone wanderer and all. Get rid of all my tools. If I need to make more, I can always make more. Yeah, let's get a feel for how this looks out here. Did I get rid of all the radiation barrels? Yes. Okay, good. Alright, well, not as subtle as the other place. I mean, clearly, like, somebody's done something here, but it looks fairly lore-friendly, I think. If anybody wanted to get up into there this way, they would find that they can see in, but they can't really do anything. You can hear the turret underneath me up here. So maybe a trap. Right about here. Of some sort. I think it'd be easy enough to set something up here. I mean, you don't even need power for a string. How does a spring trap work if it doesn't need power? Does it just automatically go off when you get close enough? Okay, so we need to just get rid of most of this stuff. Yeah, okay, I like that way better anyway. So if I just put this right here... Oh, yeah. Oh, my, so that would have been so much easier to set up back at the other place. I don't need to have all that wired up anyway with anyway. Just work. Okay, let's go back there. That makes me mildly sad, but I'm going to scrap a good chunk of how I have it set up and replace that trap with the other trap. It's going to look better with that guy. I just assume... Well, that's floating. I mean, yeah, scrap it. Okay, I'm not worried about that right now. So, we don't need... Get rid of the whole thing. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. I'm okay with just leaving that. Can I see the wire? Yeah, I can. Get rid of that. I can't just scrap it? Store it. Yeah. Excellent. And then, yeah, we just, we put in the non-powered version of it. Didn't even think that was an option. Okay, I can fine-tune it once it's down. I'm going to center it. That's way better. Way more subtle. And I still have the concrete pieces are still good. I don't really need the barrel, but it's way more subtle. Power door still works, right? I didn't break that. What are you doing up here, Fragmine? You used to be over here. That Fragmine's still in place. All right. Bone's still there. Okay, door still works. Cool. Well, that's way less cluttery now back here. You don't have the wire stretching across. Kind of like to move it a little further forward. I could just... just do that. Yeah, the springs are going into the concrete now, but that's okay. Cool. And now I can walk by it. Yay! No, didn't want to do that. Alright, well, I'm starving. So I'm going to call it right about there. So the Lone Wanderer, we got some significant progress. I'm going to keep... My face a weird color? Or is that just the ambient light? I think just the ambient light. I'm going to keep leveling up, keep pushing toward the level at which I can build what I really want to build for this location, which is, of course, this guy, the malfunctioning fusion generator. But yeah, need science rank 3 for that. So once I can build that, I can replace all those noisy generators with that, and then that'll be enough. That's more than enough power for what I'm doing in this place. Okay, now I'm too close. There we go. That's too far away. That's fine. Whatever. So yeah, we'll keep working on this one. I need to figure out where I want to build next besides Red Rocket. That would be a good place for my lone wanderer character. Some of the quests I'm doing are requiring me to move further and further south into these areas. And I mean, there is Murkwater. I was making a Murkwater construction site for, I think that was my Institute one. I never finished it though. Murkwater is kind of a frustrating site because there's a whole, well, let's just go there. There's what looks like the perfect thing to build into. Of course, oh, and there's a Mirelurk Queen over there as well. Which, I don't know if I'm a high enough level to deal with that. But there's this building right here with the workbench, or the not workbench, but the thingy that you need to build. But that structure is super finicky. Although last time I wasn't using Place Anywhere. So I might be able to make it work this time around and turn that into an actual proper little safe house. Let's get the hell out of here. I forgot there was a Mirelurk Queen. An undealt with Mirelurk Queen. So yeah, maybe I'll go down and build there and try to build something secure. That's the sort of place where I would go ahead and probably use turrets. I'm going to go ahead and give my Xbox a hard reset to try to get rid of this lighting issue that is now popping back up again, yet again. In the meantime, you have a great rest of your whatever, and I will see you around. All right, ta-ta.